What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of the Death of the Asia. It's been a minute since I came on here to talk to y'all, but we got a whole lot to talk about. When y'all get in here, go ahead and like the video for me. Um, Hold on 1 second. It's always something, ain't it? So, yeah, we got to talk about this August Alsina situation, right? So, August Alsina recently did a video. It was a confessional scene for the Surreal Life on VH1. And he's sitting in a confessional and he's talking about love and the different constructs and the different dynamics of love and how it's seen and how he's opened his eyes and he has learned how to love a new way and everything like that, right? So next thing you know, in walks this guy, another pretty boy. In walks this guy, and August Alsina hugs him. He tell him he love him. He hug him, and he sit down or whatever. Then the music come on, and it's end scene, right? So it had people speculating on whether or not this was August Alsina's new boo. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. A lot of people are saying that this is this boy's brother. Some people are saying that this is his artist. People are coming up with all of these different theories on who this person is. And I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. Even though it has not been confirmed and people are coming up with all of their different theories, I do feel as though if that's not his man, he deal with men. I definitely feel like that. And the reason why I feel like that is because no real heterosexual man, knowing how things are going to be taken, will do that type of build up and even play around with it play around with his sexuality as a publicity stunt or to promote something. Because y'all know August Alsina has that skincare line that he got going on, and a lot of people are assuming that he kind of did that to put some eyes on his product. But I won't buy anything he's selling because August Alsina, as far as I've known him, he always was handsome, beautiful skin or whatnot. So I'm pretty sure it ain't the products that did it for him, or keep him going, because it's genetics, So I ain't buying it. But no heterosexual man is going to play with his sexuality like that. So if that's not his man, y'all might be right. Y'all might be right. It might not be his man. He could have had that man come in to be some emotional support. That's how if it's not his man, I look at it like this. Maybe that man is somebody that, really cooked for August Alsina. He probably be gay himself, you never know. And he's okay with he may be okay with his sexuality, whereas August Alsina isn't. So he's there for emotional support. And maybe this particular guy was someone that let him know, it's okay to love who you love. So y'all right, it may not be his boyfriend. It may not. But can't nobody tell me that August Alsina isn't bisexual. That is definitely given bisexual. And I know a lot of people don't like to believe that men can be bisexual. A lot of people be like, if a man sleeps with another man, then he's just gay or whatever. But that's not the case. Men can be bisexual. Men can have faithful relationships with either a man or a woman. A lot of bisexual people tend to just love who they love, and it don't have anything to do with like a actual sexual desire to sleep with a person. It's just more so you are able to connect with this person, you're feeling them, and y'all able to be in a relationship. So from my own experience, I know that that's the case, because if I'm with a woman, I'm with a woman. If I'm with a man, I'm with a man. If I'm a cheat, I probably cheat on somebody with whoever I want to. But that doesn't mean that I can't be faithful in a relationship, or that doesn't mean that I'm gonna be with this one gender and I'm gonna be having some type of sexual urge for the other one, because it just doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that, because you be into the person, not what they got in between their legs. But you know what? If August Alsina is bisexual, if he's allegedly bisexual, but I think he is, but just so they can't sue me for some money that I don't have, I'm gonna say allegedly the man is bisexual, and if he is, I'm not mad at him. If he want him some little dick at the, every now and then, ain't nothing wrong with him getting a little dick every now and then. Dick is good. You know what I'm saying? So if that's what he want to do, I feel him. I like dick. So I feel him. It's some good shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, if that's what he want to do, that's what he want to do. And that's that man business. And you had a lot of people that were trying to say that August Alsina started dealing with men because of Jada Pinkett Smith. Now, y'all let me know this. Is going through whatever type of heartbreak that you go through with a woman bad enough that it's going to make you want to suck dick? Y'all let me know. Because I can't believe that people are sitting up here. I can't believe that people are sitting up here trying to blame Jada for what this man is choosing to do with his sex life. What they got to do with her. And the thing is August, he could have been bisexual this whole time. We don't know what this man been having going on. Only thing we know is we see this one time in this confessional where he's opening up about something that is leading us to believe that he is into men, but you never know what that man has been doing. This is just our first insight of what may be going on in his life. So you never know what type of situation they had going on or anything like that. And somebody cannot make you gay. And I know that there are situations where you have women, a lot of times they'll go through things with men. They'll have 5 and 6 kids, then they'll try to go get them a step stud to help them raise their kids or whatever. And I don't know what it is about how easy, I don't know why it's easy for women to do that, where they'll find love in another woman because they being treated bad by men. But I don't think heterosexual men got that in them to turn around and decide that they gonna be with a man because they got hurt by a woman. I don't think it works like that at all on that end of the spectrum, but I know for women it does happen where women can end up in a relationship with a woman just because they was hurt by a man. But we got to stop blaming women for everything that these men do. And even with the August Alsina and Jada Pinkett situation, right? Yes, Jada somewhat acted as a predator in that situation. She did, because of the state that guy was in. But at the end of the day, he was a grown man, and he knew, even though, he probably was at a low point in his life, he knew that the lady was married. Let's be very clear. He knew he was sleeping with a married woman, and he knew that she wasn't leaving her husband for him. So yeah, Jada is to blame, because I don't like her dog ass. But and the reason why I don't like Jada is because she gives me like this narcissistic vibe or whatever. And I don't like the way she treat Will. But I used to go up and love me some Jada, but I don't like her. I wouldn't necessarily say I don't like her. I don't like where she's at right now and the things that she do. She a hood girl, you know what I'm saying? She a hood girl, and she done turned into a hotel. And some of those people be some of the most toxic people that you could run across. So the things that Jada put out there, it doesn't come across as genuine. So I don't like that thing about her. I don't like those things that are character flaws, so to speak. So because I don't know that lady to just like dislike her as a person, but for what she give, I don't like it. But August Alsina, he was a grown man at the time, and he made that decision to be with that married woman. But the fact that people are going around and trying to blame women for everything, it really is really deeper than what people tend to think about. I'm noticing, and I've said this for a very, very long time. I actually made a video about this where I said that men don't like women. Men like vagina. But a lot of men, these heterosexual men, a lot of these heterosexual men out here, they do not like women. They're not emotionally attached to women. They are sexually attracted to women. They want to have sex with women. That's about it. But they're not emotionally attached to women. They're emotionally attached to men. They love and loyalty that goes to men. If you notice, like, a man don't give a damn about fucking up his household to stay all night with some hard leg men out at the club or by their house or something like that. They don't care. It's been plenty of relationships that got damaged because this man want to hang out with his boys all night. You know, even when you coming up, you had situations where it's bros over hoes, money over bitches. You know, I'm gonna make sure my homeboy straight. I'm gonna make sure my homeboy get in the club. I'm gonna make sure my homeboy get the pop bottles. I get him my last. It done even got to the point where they'll talk about how they'll die for their homeboy. You even see men actually coming out and talking about how, you know, they express how they love their homeboys. Like, men don't have any problem with saying, hey man, I love you, or anything like that. You've seen it. They buy each other jewelry and all this old kinds of stuff, but let it be them expressing some type of emotion towards a woman. Oh, they wanna be all timid when it comes to that. You know, they get shy-faced it when that's the case. We done went through a whole generation of hip-hop where these guys are making songs like talking about how another man hurt them. Most of the rap music out here that is written by these guys, they're talking about how another man hurt them. These niggas out here rapping and singing to each other, like, for real. These men, they don't really like women. They really don't like women. And anytime they get a chance to play in our faces and tell us about ourselves, they'll find any little situation in order to express the fact that they don't like women. I had a situation, this is going to be a little bit off topic. Well, it's on topic, but it ain't on this subject, right? I'm going to tell y'all something just happened on my Facebook page where it was a post, and the post was about how, you know, like the hip hop, the female rappers nowadays, how the female rappers, they talking they shit now. You know what I'm saying? They clapping back at the guys. Like, it was a long forever since, you know, there has been the degradation of women in these rappers' music, right? They've been used as props and objects and everything in their videos. Derogatory words have been used towards them. Everything, right? So now you got these rap girls that's like, hey, you know what? I'm in my bag. I'm doing my thing. Alpha nigga, all that. You get what I'm saying? So now, once the women are able to capitalize off of it, it's all of a sudden these men have a problem with it. All of a sudden these men are screaming, oh my God, I can't believe that you're degrading yourself like this. I can't believe that we got all of this stripper music. I can't believe that the only thing that you're talking about is your pussy, when the only thing y'all used to talk about was our pussy. What else do y'all talk about us? You get what I'm saying? So now the women do it. Like Finesse 2 Times said, it's cool when they do it, but it's a problem when I do it. Now they doing it, and y'all got a problem with it. So this dude come on my post and was talking about matriarchy is the reason why it's like this, and how these rap women, they try to be aggressive now, whereas the white female rappers, they rap to attract men, but the black female rappers, they rap trying to be men. What white female rappers? What? I'm like, so it's just the fact that if you the what was said on the original post was talking about how the women are now saying, hey, you know what, I'm finna speak my speech. Y'all been playing in our face for too long. I'm finna speak my speech. I'm finna pop my shit or whatever. He comes on a post and make this type of point. It's clear as day that you just have a problem with women. Because when I said what white female rappers y'all know of? You know what I'm saying? That's just popping like that. Which one? I know of Iggy Azalea and the Bad Baby. So those are the women that you're saying that's better than black women, and they're the ones that's talking to and rapping to men, trying to attract them. Where else we're trying to be men. So make it make sense. You got to make it make sense, because in one breath y'all will say, oh, we're too sexual. So if you're saying that the white female rappers that are non-existent, if you're saying that these white female rappers are rapping to attract men, then that means that they are employing their sexuality as well. They're being sensual as well. So you could take that when a white woman do it, but you can't take that when a black woman do it. When a black woman do it, she's degrading herself. When a white woman do it, she's attracting men. When a black woman do it, all of a sudden she's trying to be a man. None of it makes sense. It boils down to these men just hate women. Period. And I'm gonna just put it like this: a lot of these black men, a lot of these heterosexual black men hate black women. I ain't gonna say they hate women; they hate black women. That's what it is. And you know what? My thing is this. That's the same way people trying to say, oh, August Alsina, he turned gay because of Jada. Listen, if y'all dislike us that bad, we cool. Y'all gone about y'all business and y'all link up with each other and y'all could do the butt together. You hear me? And we okay with that. We good, because the type of behavior that y'all have, the way that y'all think of us, we don't want y'all ass anyway. So go over there. The women that you think that are rapping to you and are trying to attract you, go over there. Go link up with them. Leave us the fuck alone. You want to have sentimental emotions and expressions towards another man or whatever, go ahead and get you one. We okay with that. Just leave us the hell alone. And I'm gonna tell you what it does is it put the black men that are not like that in a bad place. Like they be in what you call it, a rock and a hard place. They be in a rock and a hard place because it's like all of them not like that. So they'll try to be like, you know what, we're not all like this, but a mass majority of y'all are. And shout out and salute to the ones that are not like that. I know every black man is not like that. Please don't get me wrong. I'm not saying every black man or whatever. I love black men, period, point blank. You know what I'm saying? But I don't love nobody who don't love me. If you got a problem with me, I do not have Stockholm syndrome. If you got a problem with me, I got a problem with you. That's just it. You hate me, I hate you too. I ain't finna try to make you love me or nothing like that. You want to have a beef, you want to have plex, then we gonna have a problem. And I'm okay with that. Conflict does not bother me. I don't have no problem with getting into it or whatever needs to be done to somebody who hates me. I don't love you. I don't love you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to act like I love you. I'm not going to talk to you sensible. I'm not going to have any respect for you because you a man and you got dick and balls between your legs and your voice deep or whatever. None of that. If you show me that you hate me, I hate you back. And it's just that on that. I'm not finna try. I ain't trying to resolve no issue. I ain't trying to heal nothing. I ain't trying to find no solution. Bitch, I'm not the one. I'm not trying to keep no peace, bitch. I'm not finna sit here and try to figure out what we could do better as black men and black women. Bitch, fuck you. You hear me? I'm not trying to figure nothing out with you niggas. You already told me that you hate me. You let me know that you hate me. Go over there. Fuck you. You know what I'm saying? I don't want nothing to do with you. We ain't finna try to figure nothing out, because while we're trying to figure it out, what you gonna end up doing is pissing me off a little bit more. Then next thing you know, in comes violence. I don't have time for it. I don't even want to be in close proximity with anybody that has expressed disdain for me. You're dangerous to me at that point. You're harmful at this point. I don't want to talk to you. Don't want to have a town hall meeting. No, we can't squash nothing. We not finna sit up here and try to figure out what's the problem between black men and black women. Fuck you. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? But I had to tell y'all about that, because I'm like, boy, what? And I'm once I see that you like that, because sometimes I'm not one of those people that I ain't gonna get mad because you telling me about how you feel about something, and you're telling your side of the story, and you're expressing. I have no problem with a man, you know what I'm saying, if he's experienced something with a woman, he went through something, and he has a legit side where he's able to say, hey, this is what happened to me, and I feel this way, because yes, he's a man and he dates women. So yes, he's gonna have some negative experiences, the same way we're gonna have some negative experiences. So if it's just one of those things, you're venting your frustration, I get it. But we know the difference between a man that's just feeling some type of way, he's venting his frustrations, he may be going through something, but he still loves black women at the end of the day, versus those ones that just hate black women because they'll find any type of reason to attack. Those are the guys that I'm talking about. So I just had to let y'all know about this situation, and y'all be careful when dealing with those guys. Don't be in their space trying to convince them or anything, because them the guys, they'll jump up and go upside your head. They don't care nothing about you. They will hurt you. For real, for real. And that being said, let's just move on along to people who be fighting and shit anyway. I had to mute Chrisean Rock and BlueFace. At first, I ain't gonna even tell no lie. They were my what you call it, guilty pleasure, or it was like, you know how you just want to just sit and watch the train wreck? It was that with them, where it's just like, I'm just watching this train wreck, child. But you know what? This last viral thing with Chrisean Rock and BlueFace, it just turned me off from them. They went on Kai. I hope I'm saying this guy's name right, but he has a very large platform on social media, whatever, and he be streaming. It's some other service that he be streaming on, but he be on YouTube as well. So he got like over 1 million subscribers or whatnot. So he has a really big platform. Chrisean Rock and BlueFace go by his house to stream with him. When I tell you, Chrisean Rock acted a fool. I'm talking about a plum fool by that man's house. Now, here's the thing. I go up for girls that be a little rough around the edge, a little hard, or whatever the case may be, because I could be a little rough around the edges. I could be a lot to digest at times, and I get it. So I go up for the girls that, you know, could be misunderstood or whatever. So I did take to Chrisean, because even with all of the foolishness, it was something about her that just captivated you. You know what I'm saying? It was just something like, it was just something about her. I don't know what it was, right? And I used to just feel like she was just, you know, just one of those girls, misguided, misdirected, you know, been through a whole lot of trauma, really don't know how to process it, and young, still growing and coming up or whatever. But once I watched this video, I realized that Chrisean, she probably one of them people that actually used to sit in the classroom all day, did not change classes or whatever, and they watch Charlotte Webs all day. Like, she gives me that, because I don't know if it's the alcohol that got her like this, or if they're on some other drugs. Her voice is always like slurred. Her mannerism is just like a wild animal. Chrisean Rock act like Danny. Y'all remember what was his name? Danny or Donnie, the little badass kid from the Wild Thornberries. She act like him. She was over to this man's house. I'm talking about talking crazy, done threw a chair for no reason, put a hole in his wall. Um, pushing people around. She's standing over his head, coughing, didn't cover her mouth. The way she was eating her food, it was just with her just smacking with her mouth wide open. It was just disgusting. I'm with you if your personality is just a wild personality, but you can't act like a whole animal. I'm not here for it. And this is the part that had got me that I was like, I'm done with her. So the Kai guy, dad comes over. He said this was his dad. So his dad is a little person. So Chrisean and BlueFace was kind of laughing in his face a little bit, they was being shady about him being a little person, don't want to believe that that's his dad or anything like that. And it had got to the point where they started picking this man up and body slamming him, and like he's a kid, like completely violating this grown ass man. I don't care that he a little person. You don't violate nobody personal space or whatever the case may be. At the end of the day, that's a grown man. He just short. So what the fuck is wrong with you? So she and Chrisean, I'm like, you a whole woman. You out here DDTing men or whatever. Like, what's wrong with you? Why you even feel it's okay for you to play with this grown man like that? So, but if he would have hauled off as he should have, and he would have had every right to do, if he had a hauled off and swung on Chrisean, then BlueFace would have been, try to jump on him or whatever the case may be, and the whole internet would feel some type of way because this man jumped on her, but she put her hands on him. And that's the same thing with her and BlueFace or whatever. Like, people be trying to make it seem like, oh, Chrisean, she's in this abusive situation. She's being abused. She's the one that needs to get out. Chrisean is abusive herself. And my thing is, you put your hand on a man and he hit you back and you end up getting your ass whooped and losing the fight. But you just shouldn't have put your hands on nobody, because I don't know what made people think. I don't know what world y'all live in where anybody made it cool for a woman to be able to hit a man and a man not be able to get his lick back. You don't get to hit me with full force and I don't get to flatline your ass. Like, we not doing that. Because if I had a son, don't put your hands on my son, because mama gonna tell him. Mama gonna tell him, because women be killing men too. Mama gonna tell him, if somebody hits you, I don't care who hit you. Don't you take first jab at no woman. If you could walk away from the situation, walk away from the situation. But if she put her hands on you, better reach back. I'm talking about you better reach all the way back and swing with all of your might. So she'll know, don't touch you no more. And if I had a daughter, I'd tell her the same thing. Somebody put their hands on you, you swing back with all your might. So they'll know, don't put your hands on me no more, because I'm not doing it. You put your hands on me, I'm hitting you back. You know what I'm saying? You might have to end up whooping my ass or something like that, but I doubt that seriously that you're going to be able to whoop me, because to this day, I ain't had nobody be able to whoop me. You know what I'm saying? So you going to have a fight on your hand if you touch me. It ain't finna be like, oh my God. No, you put your hands on me, you finna have to fight. And you better be ready to deal with whatever comes with that. I'm not sitting up here making it seem like I could walk around and beat men ass up or anything like that. That's not the case. I'm not an aggressor towards men. I'm not sitting out here like going back and forth with men all in person or whatever, being in a space and talking crazy or giving them some reason to put their hands on me. So if you were to ever touch me, that just lets me know that you have a real sick personal problem. And I'm gonna have to physically protect myself. But then when I do that, I ain't gonna deal with you no more. There's just dead on that. I ain't gonna deal with you no more. Thankfully, I ain't had to deal with anything like that. You know what I'm saying? I done got pushed and I didn't got body slammed before, but I landed on the couch. So I really don't feel like that count, because I landed in a soft spot. So I ain't dealt with no abuse in no relationship like that. But child, don't put your hands on nobody. So I had to go on here every single day. Chrisean Rock and BlueFace, they are trending for something stupid. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna mute them. So I had to mute them. If y'all haven't seen it, you know what? I ain't gonna even tell y'all to watch it because they don't need no more. They don't need no more attention. So anyway, child, my back itching. Let's talk about T.S. Madison in this situation with her getting dragged. Okay, so by now we all know that unfortunately the lady named Shanquella Robinson, she went on a trip to, I think her name is Shanquella Robinson. Is it Shanquella Robinson or Johnson? I don't know. Shanquella. We're just gonna say Shanquella because we don't want to disrespect nobody. So Shanquella, she goes on a trip with a group of friends to Mexico. Next thing you know, she get into a fight, and it's still unclear exactly what happened to her. The autopsy report said that, she suffered from a broken neck, and it was something else that she suffered from. I can't remember. But the friends were trying to say that it was actually alcohol poison, but upon further investigation, it was really due to bodily injury. And we're left to assume that it happened from that fight that she was in, right? So where T.S. Madison comes in is the fact that T.S. Madison, as we all know, T.S. Madison is a trans woman. And people were putting out these rumors that the person who attacked Shanquella was a trans woman. So T.S. Madison, being a trans woman herself, she's getting hit up. She's popular. She's vocal. She's doing her thing on social media or whatever. She has a large platform. So of course, something happened in the trans community. People gonna be, oh, okay, you gonna speak on it, T.S. Madison. So T.S. Madison don't really know everything that's going on. She just knows that she's getting tagged in this stuff, and so she did her little investigation, and she was like, no. She made a post and she was like, nah, that was one of her own. So the people got pissed because they were like, oh, you identify as a woman, but now when a trans woman get accused of jumping on a cisgender woman, now you are talking about that's one of the own. So now you're separating yourself from us. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all can say what the hell y'all want to say. Y'all be having fake outrage. Let me tell y'all something. T.S. Madison did what needed to be done. T.S. Madison was tagged in it. And T.S. Madison is a trans woman herself. That is a marginalized group in this society. Whatever y'all want to say, y'all be painting these pictures as if these people got so much pull, so much rank, because stuff be happening to people. Let me make something very clear to y'all. Y'all be thinking that the LGBT community be pushing all of this stuff, and y'all fail to realize that members of the LGBT community come in every race, right? So the same way that things get pushed in government because of these old white men in government, it's the same thing with the LGBT community. The LGBT community consists of those very same old white men. It's not the black people doing anything. That's the same. That's the thing that I don't get. Y'all be trying to separate, and y'all be wanting to separate black gays or black trans people from the rest of the black people with their different sexuality and sexual orientation. Y'all be trying to separate people, and it's like we're all black at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So I know people have this false impression of some type of power, but gotta keep in mind that T.S. Madison is a black trans woman. If something happened to her or any other black trans woman or trans person or black gay person, nobody is gonna give a fuck. Nobody is going to give a fuck. Let's be very clear, because at the end of the day, they're black first. And so now you're further marginalized because you're part of the LGBT community. And then on top of that, you're further marginalized because you're a trans person. So now, bitch, you're at the bottom of the totem pole. You can't play with nobody putting a serious allegation like that on, people who are part of that community. No. So when she said no, that was one of her own, just this basically saying, hey, no, this person was cisgender. This person was not a trans. That's not what you want to do, because what ends up happening is when you put stuff out there, these people start going on these witch hunts. They be trying to, now they find more reason to discriminate against, to harm, and to do things to trans people. So I ain't mad at T.S. Madison for saying it. This same, you know what I'm saying? When you knowing that people are trying to find a way to have a problem with you or your kind regardless, you have to be careful with the propaganda. You got to be careful with what get put out there. So with her speaking up and say, no, hold on, wait a minute. She has a right to defend her community. That's not her separating herself from us or anything like that. But she identifies a certain type of way. You know what I'm saying? And so that particular group of people who identify a certain type of way, they do have to make sure certain messages are not getting put out there, because they have to walk around and deal with the potential harm that could come just from them existing. The same way we have to deal with as black people. You have to deal with the potential harm that could come your way just because you may be a black man or you may be a black woman or whatnot. So no, I wasn't mad at her for that. And these people that were mad, they are experiencing fake outrage anyway, because one minute you're telling trans people, oh, but you still a man. You know what I'm saying? Then the next minute you want them to be part of the collective. It's like you have to make your mind up. And one thing I can say about T.S. Madison, she's one person that I rock with. And the reason why I rock with T.S. Madison or whatever, because she fiery. She done pissed me off before when she got into it with when her and Nick at Night was going at it about using the word fish. That had pissed me off, not because I have a problem with the word fish. It was just the fact that, because I know where it come from. But the problem that I had was, y'all want people to respect what y'all want to be called. You know what I'm saying? So you got to respect what other people got to be called. And sometimes it's not even worth the fight to be trying to rationalize it. And I know it don't sound fair, because that comes from that ballroom scene or whatever. But all at the same time, we have to be careful with certain words, because even though in a ballroom scene, it just means like you that bitch, you know what I'm saying? But for heterosexual women that deal with men, they try to use that same word towards us in a derogatory manner. So that's the only thing. When T.S. Madison was doing that pushback with that, that's the only time I was just like, nah, sis, that's not what's up. I did have a problem with that or whatever. But other than that, she be getting on everybody's ass. T.S. Madison, she talk about everybody. So when I know I'm dealing with somebody that don't discriminate, I ain't got no problem with you. If you ain't being biased, or you making it seem like just because somebody is trans or they gay or whatever the case may be, with they're right and they always the victim in the situation and they ain't to blame for nothing. As long as you ain't that type of person, I'm cool. And T.S. Madison, she not that type of person. And for anybody that had been following her or whatever, for them to try to make that into something, that was not right. That was not right. But anyway, I just had to get on here real quick and talk to y'all about this mess that been going on Y'all drop down in the comments, tell me what y'all think about any of these particular topics. Make sure you like the video, subscribe, and share the video if you would like to. It was something else that I had wanted to say, but I'll come back on here and do another video if I think about it. But anyway, thank y'all so much for tuning in. I'm about to tune out. Y'all have a good one.
I hope you black men were paying attention. I hope you black men were paying attention.